Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another beautifully polygonal day here on my procedurally generated Update Aquatic server. With me, your host, Update Aquatic Man. Last time, we worked on the Update Aquatic algae production and collection facility and got our prototype working. Meh, kind of. It's almost there. There's some more things we need to do, however, and one of those things has brought us over here to Stalker's base today. Stalker, we need sea lanterns, and Stalker has agreed to allow me to go AFK at his farm in exchange for... Whoops, I almost jumped down there without my elytra on. In exchange for coming down here to the collection area and actually automating it so it's a little bit more efficient. Right now, he's got maybe three double chests full over here. And this needs to go, right? So he's got it, look at this. He's got it coming out of the, first he had this double chest, and then he wanted to expand it to this one. And then he did this, which I go, okay. A hopper into a dropper pointing up, and then set up an observer clock so that it's constantly going into that hopper, and then that thing's pointing into this double chest. So this all kind of has to go, and the first thing I want to do is see where we're at y equals 10, so I think we can go down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do here is kind of tear this stuff out. Actually, let me get a quick peek. I think this side might actually be the side that has to happen on. Well, it doesn't have to be, but since the chest is there, it would be easier. All right, no water elevators there, and a water elevators there. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Starting from here and going back. All right, so what I'm going to do, Stalker, is take care of everything that's in here. I went AFK overnight a couple times. I stopped throughout the night to empty these things out. So this will backfill 3 double chests at least, 2 hoppers, and 1 dropper. Three hoppers and 1 dropper. At least backfill that much. Ah, more hoppers back there too. I don't want to count them all in again. Oh, what is this? Oh, I didn't even know he had this chest up here for extra storage. I didn't even spot that. So what I'm going to do is get this all tore out, Stalker, and set it up so that it sorts it. We're going to set up an automatic sorter. Let me make sure I've got my redstone. I do. Let me see if I've got everything I'm going to need here. Probably. Yes, 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 for sure. All right, we're going to get this thing. Well, I'm going to need more hoppers. I have plenty of iron here. And some wood there. So, yeah, we'll be able to do that also. All right, let me get to work by, I guess, shutting this off for now. We'll shut it off here. And get to work. All right, my friends, as you can see, I am filling in the floor layer just above bedrock, just so I can kind of have an idea of how much space we're going to be working with here. And it's not much. Whoops. Up we go. Okay. It can be more. I cannot expand in that direction. I cannot go up, but I can go that way slightly. I can go that way quite a bit, I believe, and I can go that way quite a bit, I believe, before we actually get back out into the water. There's might appear to be a lot of space above here. That's because I just wanted to clear it all out just to see what it would look like. And yeah, I know it looks pretty samey right now, but that's okay because it's not my build. If Stalker wants to make it prettier, Stalker may. I've started funneling everything into this chest for the time being. This guy is where I've been putting resources. I'm almost out of prismarine bricks, if you can believe it. I shouldn't have been dumping so many out as I was going along there, AFK. But also in the meantime, I've managed to collect that many lanterns, so it's not like it's been going completely to waste. By the end of this, I should be able to fill that thing up and get him quite a bit stored up here. So what am I thinking with this much space? This doesn't give us much to work with if it's just this. And I don't think I want to make it... I mean, because I could do it like this, and then what we would have is... that would be a hopper line. This would be the hopper into the comparator. Oh, I made this... No, I didn't. I didn't make it one. But there would be... Excuse me. That guy would be there, and there would be more over here. Hold on. You've seen one of these before. Right? So this guy would come out, go that far back, and blah, 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 and come on across. So what I'll probably end up doing is just dipping the corner back so it has like a quote-unquote rounded edge. And then on the first 2, I'll probably do uncooked fish, whatever the fish is. What is it? Oh, not panko fried. It's raw cod. So I'll funnel out raw cod and have it go into a disposal, and then I'll also funnel out. Yeah, I'll have raw cod funnel out and come straight back and go into a disposal, whereas I'll have cooked cod, the next one over, come back and fill 1 or 2 chests, and then the difference would spill over. No, because then it would spill over that way. Oh, but then I could have a second one, which would act as a catch, and then that would come back, and I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. I think, how much cooked food actually comes through here? Not much. So if a bit of cooked food came through every now and again, I don't suspect that would be that big of a deal. You know, so what we'll do is we'll filter out the raw cod here, and then everything else I'll pump up to the top, and then have them come over and just drop down into chests around on the edge. I think. Man, I don't know. Okay, let me think about it. I want it to be semi-organized at least. So let me come back to it, and we'll show you what I decided to go with going forward. Welcome back, my friends. As you can see, I've come up with a pretty elegant solution. I think it. You know, it might not be the best solution, but I think it's going to work. All right, so what's going on here? Actually, before I put in the last couple blocks, let me pop down here and show you. Okay, so what have I done? Well, I've sorted out 2 rows of uncooked raw cod, right? Because sometimes they come in stacks of more than 2 or 3, and they won't get sucked out quick enough, so I wanted 2 of those. And then one that's actual cooked cod, right? So check it out. This is what I've done. I'm gonna need to, there we go. Let's do this. Come up here a little bit. All right. So these guys are all facing down into those, right? Right. And as these guys filter out, the uncooked cod's gonna come down to here. Uncooked cod's gonna come down and go over to there. This one will be cooked cod, and it'll go all the way down, and this will keep pulling, and it'll go in down. This will pull down before that pushes over. So these guys will fill up, and then once they're overfilled with cooked cod, right? So there'll be 2 double chests of cooked cod down here anytime Stalker wants it. Once it's filled up, it'll go across and then come over here to what I'm going to put in is a disposal system. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to use a cactus or not. Or lava. Probably a cactus, because I can just kind of, you know, pop that guy out and put a little sand there. You know, we'll make it a little bit prettier. I don't know. We'll see. But then over here, as you can see, we're not going to do any additional filtering. We're just going to filter those things out and take the rest of them across here, and then they will, by default, kind of filter in back behind them with other hoppers, right? All right, so I'm just going to take the rest of these chests all the way over here to the edge and leave this open path back here. No, I won't, because then there won't be any, there'll be no reason for that. So I guess I'll just bring it all the way over to the edge. So we'll have this nice little area where Stalker can come down and get any cooked cod he wants, or prismarine materials. Right on. I think this is going to work out pretty all right. All right, my friends, as you can see, the project is complete such that it is. I have put together, what is that, 6x6, 36 double chests worth of sorting for Stalker should the need arise. It may, I doubt it. I have set up this clock, this garbage clock, so that whilst it is in operation, it can discard everything into here. And actually, I'm going to put that little glass block there so less things pop out and end up on the edge there. And you can turn this on or off. I suggest you just keep it on while you're AFK. And speaking of AFK, let me go ahead and turn this down because I'll probably be back here in just a moment anyways. I am going to continue to AFK because this is not quite enough for me. I want to get a whole shulker box full of them. I'm going to leave this here and this here, but I'm going to take that shulker box. Back here, you can kind of leave this open if you... Oh, get out of there, torch. You can leave this open if you want to see what this is all going to look like. Actually, is this bright enough back here? It should be. Should be. Double checking. Double checking. Let's see here. 9, huh? Well, what can we do about that? Hide one torch right here. Okay. So, I've also taken the liberty of filling in all of the floor of Micah's base. Stalker, excuse me, his base. So now it's all lit up. It won't be quite as mob friendly. You know, they won't spawn quite as much. right? So, having completed that commitment, Stalker, I do believe I have done what I said I would do, and that is to organize your farm and make sure it's well lit and okay to go. And I am going to AFK yet again to make sure that I get enough to make a double box or a choker box full. And then we're going to go back over to the cultural center, and work on what's going to be next, which I believe will be some plots for farmland. All right. Be right back. Welcome back, my friends. I have just spent the better part of 6 hours letting this go AFK while I worked on projects in the other room. I've just turned the lever up so it wouldn't make any noises right now, and we're going to reveal a couple things. First things first, let's see how much fish we got. Wow, a stack plus. Almost a stack and a half. So this would be a reliable way to get a lot of cooked meat while you're just waiting for the mother load. Okay, so if you'll remember, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests, a couple hoppers, let's say 5 double chests worth of space when we first got here. Backfilled it, removed it over a couple overnight sessions. Let's see how we've done now. Yes, now that we have lit up the upstairs so that overnight there would be less spawning of other mobs. And we put in the sorting system. Do we have... Yes, we have a double chest up to 5. Oh, wait, that was up to 4. But 5, there it is. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double chests in the span. Yeah, I would say I was probably about 6 hours AFK here. So there you go, Stalker. A little bit of an upgrade. Your efficiency's up a little bit. Your sorting's up a little bit. And now I can make a whole bunch of sea lanterns. I am going to fill this box and then do another little AFK session overnight, I guess, and then you will have whatever you have here. Awesome. Dude, enjoy, right? Well, I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of fun. All right, as you can see, we are back over at the algae production facility at the cultural center. The overwhelming project name, I guess, is the Cultural Center, or the Cultural Square. And in this particular square of the Cultural Square, we have an algae production facility and collection chamber, which appears to be kind of working right now. Not too much. I just reset the sun, just got here. Nothing's really had an opportunity. At some point today, I'm going to go down there and start putting in all the floors for the algae to begin spawning on, as those 2 large ones just did. And I also think I'm going to end up encasing most of that in glass. I'll probably leave a small opening for myself to jump in and out of. But we're going to see how this goes and whether or not sufficient. Once all the floors are in here, it is my hope that they will produce enough algae that when they get up here, they will force themselves along, because there seems to be a little hang up right in here. Right here, they kind of keep seeing that golem and want to jump at them. So my solution might be to drop this down maybe 3 blocks and bring this over maybe 3 blocks. That'll kind of reduce this impact. But then maybe I'll go back to the one at a time, so then there won't be a waterfall effect coming out. Even though the waterfall effect still kind of looks good too. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. First, let's get these floors in and see how that kind of production will help with this. Also, I have been AFK a couple nights, as you might expect, being over there at Stalker's farm. Only 2 nights, but in those 2 nights, as you can see, we have produced quite a bit of iron, and I've already taken a couple rows out of here to get these 2 blocks, stacks of blocks, I should say, because the next thing we're going to work on also, those are going to be for that, but I also want to get this kind of working too, is framing out the farm structures, the quote-unquote farm structures, and I need those to be 16 by 16 interior, 18 by 18, maybe 20 by 20 with other walls. Oh no. Is this a thunderstorm? Is it lightning yet? Does it have to actually lightning during the thunderstorm for it to be a thunderstorm? Oh, man. Well, what I'm going to do is take out these things and put in, much like I did over here, a little frame for the farm area I kind of want to have. And right now, I'm thinking it's going to be... Let's just start here, right? We'll take this one out. Oops, that one didn't need to go. And we'll start putting in the first row. Or will we? Oh, because that will put it right there. Right there. Do I want it right there? Let me see how it'll look. Let me reset the sun.
fill in all of these. You know what? Let me experiment with all of these. I'm going to try a couple different little things, and I'll come back and show you. And since it's raining, I'm going to come down here and I guess start putting in some of the floors for the algae production facility. Well, my friends, as you can see, I've begun building in the layers down here for the algae cultivation section. Clearly, we have somebody spawning somewhere where they shouldn't and falling down here, presumably from those ledges. In any event, we will sterilize the entire tank before we actually begin the production of the highest of quality algae production. I've run out of iron blocks for now. I have plenty more iron to go. However, I've run into another mathematical issue, and that is algae. Almost said the bad word. Algae will only spawn up to layer 40. So my platform, I would think the last one's going to be on 39. But as it stands now, where the outer tank of the reservoir is it's only 33. So I still need to bring this thing up like another 6 layers before I can even finish doing those over there. But so far we've added 1, 2, 3 and a third, 3 and a quarter more platforms over there. So that's coming along. We'd have more, except as you might have seen, I went ahead and created some structures, some outlines, if you will, templates of what I'm going to do up here. This is going to be one very long greenhouse that is going to be producing hay, wheat, if you will, and grass and various other culturals. Yeah, that'll be the hay fields, the wheat fields. Over here, I've had them going the other direction, facing the other direction, and these guys will be 1 potato and 1 carrot over on the other side. And as you can see, I just kind of wanted to get those frames in there to kind of get an idea of where they were going to sit and how they were going to look as I was going about my business. Let me see how much iron I have left down here. This box is almost empty. This box is almost empty. We are already down into here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need a lot more iron. This is going to be oh so difficult. This chest, the shulker box I should say, that you see here, I had filled with iron blocks, and it has taken all of those iron blocks to produce what we have so far. But now that I see the pace that we've got going, I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to get there eventually. Not necessarily expeditiously, and perhaps not today, but we will get there. In addition, up here I've been monitoring this situation, as one is wont to do when they're reviewing a situation. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is actually drop the reservoir where they fall down. No, my idea was much more simpler than that, I believe. I'm going to move him 3 to 4 blocks this away. So it is my hope, and I know hope isn't a business model, but based on what I'm about to do, I believe it will work. It is my hope that they will see him from over here and try to jump at him when he's over here and, you know, get caught up on this cactus. And I'll have a little window so they can't actually get on top of the cactus and come. Well, they shouldn't be able to jump on top of the cactus anyways, as tall as the cactus is. But I think what we're going to do is move him over here and then leave everything else the same to see how it goes, right? And I've been looking at as another breakdancing high diver comes in from the back to moonwalk into the sauna. And another. I've been thinking, as I've observed, multiple slime balls have been coming through here because, you know, they're getting vanquished up there, right? And then they're coming down here and they're falling in. Well, sometimes they come around and sometimes they get to here and get stuck. And a couple of them made it all the way down, I believe. But what I think I'm going to do is kind of either go get some... Let me go get some blue ice first and see if I can get those little nooks and crannies, how they'll look with just like 3 little bits of ice in them. I'm going to continue working on that, and we're going to get around to wherever I get around to next, because now I'm kind of confused on which thing. I don't want to get too distracted, but I think I don't want to necessarily put blue ice in there. I kind of like the way it looks there. I'm thinking that if I just made it like a waterfall effect, if I just had it drop down one over here and then drop one, this might only need a little work over in this area. I might not even have to rebuild this, and then maybe do a drop down here Yeah, that might be what I do. We'll see. But those are the things I'm working on, so I'm going to continue working on them. It is my hope to get this side finished at least, and we'll see about the modifications I've made over here in just a moment. Well, my friends, I have taken the liberty of moving this guy back just ever so slightly. Let me go ahead and close him in for now. But I can already tell, based on preliminary observations, that it doesn't look like it's going to be working as I hoped. All right, so I'll probably be coming back to change this up again. As it stands, they still see him and try to jump at him from this direction. But then down below, apparently they still see him and continue to try to jump at him in this direction. So I'm going to figure something out. I guess I'm going to be dropping those down. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure it out. But it looks like they're, significant numbers are starting to push them back ever so slightly. And maybe if I had steps every 4 instead of steps every 7 because, the water starts to peter out in strength nowadays, maybe that's what I'm going to have to do. But look, like as you can see, I have a little dead spot here, so I kind of want to, go ahead and undead spot it by doing this. Hopefully, get out of here, Slimo. Hopefully that'll kind of push things that way. No? Well, and now they're jumping on me. All right. Do it like this. Oh, maybe it's me they're after, But anyways, they do come out here and fall into this stuff now. And I have changed the funneling system so that when they do fall down, and they will fall down, they will come down and flow through these things. I've seen a few slime balls already. There goes one of them. Come on. Push, push, push. There he goes. See, so if you're hanging out here, you can kind of have a little adventure. What is this all about? Why does... Do I have... Is that the appropriate spot? Yeah, there's water there, right? Wait a minute. Why? I should have this on the next block over so that this flows all the way over. All right, hold on. Oh, I can't do that from here. All right, let me take a quick peek at it so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I should change that. All right, so I should change that so that the sign is... Is it flowing right directly into it? Oh my gosh, it kind of is. Okay, so I gotta change that too. I don't want to change that too. Or do I? Yeah, I'll figure something out. Oh my gosh. But the rest of this works pretty well. If a slime ball gets stuck in there, it kind of does its own thing. That guy's almost to the end of his. As you can see, they kind of do what I hoped they would do, and that is to come around into this funneling system, albeit with extreme difficulty because they're trying to jump at me, being able to see me through the blocks. But, it's a fun little experiment, right? And then it's working all right. Also, I went ahead and took the liberty. This is just a small thing. I've got these lights every 9 blocks. That's just how it's spaced out so that it gives good lighting in the square here. Let's go see how many we're getting out of this. Down into the tunnel. Water elevator down. Oop. Okay. So how many are we getting now? Well, more. More. Any glass blocks over here? Yep, a couple. And some sign blocks. So it is working, and the production is up. So I'm going to have to continue working on that as we continue developing the algae production facility. And again, if that is something you would like to see, then by all means, please do consider subscribing for more content just like that coming real soon. If you cannot wait that long, YouTube has hand-selected a video for you on the left, and I put together this entire build log on the bottom left. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.